Hello and welcome. My name is Alan, and we are back with our 21st episode about congressional donors. Let's go ahead and just hop into this here. The first person we're going to talk about today is John Cornyn. He is 68-year-old, and he is one of the senators from Texas. He is a Republican, and he is serving his fourth term in the U.S. Senate. He graduated from Trinity University, graduated from St. Mary's School of Law, graduated from the University of Virginia in Charlottesville, Virginia. He's been an attorney. He was the Bexar County District Court judge. He was a member of the Texas Supreme Court. He was Texas's state attorney general before finally being elected to the U.S. Senate to replace William Phillip Graham. Now, his Senate committees he's on the Committee for Finance, the Committee for the Judiciary, and the Select Committee on Intelligence. His top 5 individual donors. At the top, we have Apollo Global Management, which is a global alternative investment manager firm that specializes in investing across credit. They are headquartered in New York City, New York. They donated $96,400. Next is Paul Weiss et al. Paul Weiss, Rifkin, Wharton, and Garrison LLP is an international law firm headquartered in New York City, New York. They donated $70,800. Next is KKR and Company. Coburg, Kravis, Roberts and Company is an American global investment firm that manages multiple alternative asset classes, including private equity, energy, infrastructure, real estate, credit, through its strategic partners and hedge funds. They donated $69,300. Next is United Airlines, a major American airline headquartered in Chicago, Illinois. They donated $48,047. Number 5 was Apollo Management, which, like I said, the first one was Apollo Global Management. I don't know if they've just mislabeled it or what, but they've got the donation at $48,000. Now, his top 5 industry donors. At the top, we have Retired, which altogether donated $2,442,979. Next, Securities and Investment, which donated $1,313,227. Next is Oil and Gas, which altogether donated $1,046,167. Next is Real Estate, which altogether donated $1,011,782. And finally, Lawyers and Law Firms, which altogether donated $901,300. $337. And once again, that was John Cornyn of Texas. Next is Lou Correa. He's 62-year-old, and he represents the 46th District of California. He is a Democrat, and he is serving his second term in the U.S. House. He graduated from California State University in Fullerton, California. He graduated from the University of California in Los Angeles, California. Graduated again from the University of California in Los Angeles, California. He's been an investment banker, a real estate broker. Had an unsuccessful candidacy to the California State Assembly. Became a member of the California State Assembly. Became a member of the Orange County, California Board of Supervisors. Was a member of the California State Senate. Had an unsuccessful candidacy to the Orange County, California Board of Supervisors. Was a member of the California High-Speed Rail Authority before finally being elected to the U.S. House of Representatives. His House committees are the Committee on the Judiciary and the Committee on Homeland Security. Now, his top 5 individual donors. At the top, Massimo Corp, an American manufacturer of non-invasive patient monitoring technologies based in Irvine, California. They donated $22,400. Next is Aitken & Cone, a law practice based in Santa Ana, California. They donated $11,200. Next is the American Hotel and Lodging Association, an industry trade group with thousands of members, including hotel brands, owners, management companies, real estate investment trusts, independent hotels, bed and breakfasts, state hotel associations, and industry partners and suppliers. They donated $10,000. Next is the Asian American Hotel Owners Association, a trade association that represents hotel owners, and they are headquartered in Atlanta, Georgia. Altogether, they donated $10,000. And finally, we have Blue Dog PAC, a U.S. federal political action committee that exists to aggregate contributions from members or employees and their families to donate to candidates for federal office. They are headquartered in McLean, Virginia, and they donated $10,000. Now, his top 5 industry donors. At the top is pharmaceuticals and health products, which altogether donated $59,900. Next is real estate, which altogether donated $46,682. Number 3 is lawyers and law firms, which altogether donated $43,360. Next is oil and gas, which altogether donated $38,250. And finally, insurance, which altogether donated $38,150. And that was Lou Correa of California. Next is Jim Costa. He is 68-year-old and represents the 16th District of California. He is a Democrat and is serving his 8th term in the U.S. House. Graduated from California State University in Fresno, California. Was a member of the California State Assembly, a member of the California State Senate, was a professional advocate before finally being elected to the U.S. House of Representatives. Now, his House committees are the Committee on Agriculture, the Committee on Foreign Affairs, the Committee on Natural Resources. Now, his top 5 individual donors. At the top is No Labels Problem Solvers, an American political organization whose mission is to combat partisan dysfunction in politics and usher in a new era of focused problem solving in American politics. Headquartered in Washington, D.C., they donated $74,555. Next is San Joaquin River Ranch, LLC. I couldn't find much information, but it appears to be a ranch based in Fresno, California, and they donated $12,200. Next is Cotchett, Petre, and McCarthy, a U.S. litigation law firm that litigates antitrust, aviation, business, construction, fraud, employment and wage, environmental and toxic, First Amendment, injury and wrongful death, insurance, liability, intellectual property, whistleblower, and securities. They are headquartered in Burlingame, California, and they donated $11,500. Next is Pacholsky, Stang et al., an American law firm that specializes in business restructuring with offices in Los Angeles, San Francisco, New York, and Delaware. They donated $11,200. And finally, we have the Wonderful Company, a holding company for Stuart and Linda Resnick with revenues of over $4 billion. They are based in Los Angeles, California, and they also donated $11,200. Now, his top 5 industry donors. At the top, we have Crop Production and Basic Processing, which altogether donated $170,649. Next, Miscellaneous Issues, which altogether donated $77,655. Next, Leadership PACs, which altogether donated $68,050. Next, Health Professionals, which altogether donated $67,500. And finally, Agricultural Services and Products, which altogether donated $64,250. And once again, that was Jim Costa of California. Next person we're going to talk about is Tom Cotton, and he is a senator from Arkansas. He is a Republican, and he's serving his first term as senator. He graduated from Harvard University in Cambridge, Massachusetts, attended Claremont Graduate University in Claremont, California, graduated again from Harvard University in Cambridge, Massachusetts, was in the U.S. Army. Thank you for your service. Was a clerk in the U.S. Court of Appeals, was a private practice lawyer, a management consultant, a farmer, before finally being elected to the U.S. House of Representatives. And then he was elected to the U.S. Senate. His Senate committees are the Committee on Armed Services, the Committee on Banking, Housing, and Urban Affairs, the Select Committee on Intelligence, and the Joint Economic Committee. Now, his top 5 individual donors. At the top, we have Goldman Sachs. Yeah, that's not a good start. American Multinational Investment Bank with Financial Services and Financial Services Company, and they are headquartered in New York City, New York. They donated $117,400. Next is the MCNA Dental, which is the Managed Care North America, and it is a dental benefits manager for programs like Medicaid, Medicare, and CHIP, and it is based in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. They donated $62,200. Next is Stevens Inc., a privately held independent financial services firm headquartered in Little Rock, Arkansas. They donated $52,575. Next is Lockheed Martin, an American global aerospace, defense, security, and advanced technologies company with worldwide interests, headquartered in North Bethesda, Maryland. They donated $50,807. And finally, we have Apollo Global Management, a global alternative investment manager firm that specializes in investing across credit, and they are headquartered in New York City, New York. Altogether, they donated $40,500. Now, his top 5 industry donors. At the top, we have Securities and Investment, which altogether donated $1,136,200. At number 2 is Retired, which altogether donated $1,108,738. Next is Real Estate, which is $463,945. Next is Leadership PACs, which donated $376 or $376,200 altogether. And finally is Republican and Conservative groups, which altogether donated $374,830. And once again, that was Tom Cotton of Arkansas. Final person we're going to talk about today is Joe Courtney. He is 67-year-old, and he is the 2nd district representative for Connecticut. He is a Democrat, and he is serving his 7th term in the U.S. House of Representatives. He graduated from Tufts University in Medford, Massachusetts, graduated from the University of Connecticut in Storrs, Connecticut. He's been a private practice lawyer, a member of the Connecticut State House of Representatives before finally being elected to the U.S. House of Representatives. His House committees are the Committee on Armed Services and the Committee for Education and the Workforce. Now, his top 5 individual donors. At the top is Raytheon Technologies. They are a merged corporation of the Raytheon Company and the United Technologies Corporation that is an American multinational conglomerate. It researched, developed, and manufactured products in numerous areas, and they are headquartered in Farmington, Connecticut. They donated $18,000. Next is Northrop Grumman. Boy, first Raytheon, then Northrop Grumman. You like your military people, don't you? A global aerospace and defense technology company based in Falls Church, Virginia. One of the largest arms traders in the world. They donated $10,600. Next is General Dynamics, another military contractor. An American aerospace and defense corporation that was the 6th largest defense contractor in the world. It is headquartered in Reston, Virginia. It donated $10,150. Next is the American Maritime Officers, a national labor union affiliated with the Seafarers International Union of North America. They are headquartered in Dania Beach, Florida. They donated $10,000. Finally, we have the Boilermakers Union. It is the International Brotherhood of Boilermakers, Iron Shipbuilders, Blacksmiths, Forgers, and Helpers, and is a trade union in the U.S. and Canada. It donated $10,000. Now, his top 5 industry donors. At the top, Defense Aerospace, which altogether donated $42,850. Next is Miscellaneous Defense, which altogether donated $41,175. Next is Insurance, which altogether donated $34,775. Next is Transportation Unions, which altogether donated $33,000. And finally is Building Trade Unions, which altogether donated $32,500. And once again, that was Joe Courtney of Connecticut. That will be everyone today. As always, educate thyself. Think, read, study, learn. Someone tries to tell you something you have trouble believing, ask them to cite their sources. I'll see you all in the next video. Until then, later.